So, you're stressed. You find yourself reaching for that snack, telling yourself it's a one-time thing. But a few minutes later, the guilt kicks in, and that familiar, frustrating cycle starts all over again. What if I told you that stress eating has almost nothing to do with willpower? It's a habit problem. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to break that habit for good. Not by fighting your cravings, but by outsmarting them. That feeling of being totally out of control around food when you're stressed, it's incredibly common. It's not a moral failing, it's a biological echo that's hardwired into us. For a lot of us, major life events or even just the daily grind can trigger this response, leading to a loop that can feel impossible to break. You eat to feel better, it works for a minute, and then the stress rushes back, this time with a lovely new layer of guilt. So today, I'm going to give you a clear, science-backed plan to get out of that loop. We're not talking about restrictive diets or banning your favorite foods. We're going to the root of it all, the habit itself. By the end of this, you'll have a practical 3-step method to stop cravings in their tracks and build healthier ways to handle stress for good. Section 1. The why. Understanding the science of stress eating. Alright, before we can fix this, we have to get into the why. Why is it that when you're stressed, you crave a bag of chips and not, say, a bowl of broccoli? The answer is all about your brain chemistry. When you get stressed, your body kicks into fight or flight mode and releases a bunch of hormones, most famously, cortisol. Now, in a short-term crisis, cortisol can actually kill your appetite. But when the stress is chronic, day after day of deadlines, family drama, or just worrying about life, that same hormone does the exact opposite. It screams at your brain that you need a ton of energy to fight this never-ending threat. And what's the fastest energy source on the planet? Those craveable, high-fat, high-sugar foods. When you eat them, your brain's reward center lights up and releases dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical, giving you a quick hit of pleasure and a temporary escape from the stress. Your brain takes a little note. Feeling stressed? Eat this. Feel better. And just like that, a powerful, self-reinforcing loop is born. Every time you eat to cope, you're strengthening that connection in your brain, making the urge even more powerful the next time you feel overwhelmed. It's a survival mechanism that, in our modern world, has backfired. The stress is still there, but now you've got a habit that can mess with your health, drain your energy, and make you feel like you're at war with your own body. So let's be crystal clear. This isn't a willpower problem. You are up against a deeply ingrained biological program. But the good news? Just like any habit, it can be unlearned and rewritten. And that's exactly what we're about to do. So how do we break this cycle? The secret isn't to fight the habit head-on, it's to replace it. We're going to use a simple, proven model that breaks any habit down into 3 parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Step 1. The cue. Identify your stress trigger. First things first, you have to become a bit of an emotional detective. The cue is the trigger that launches the automatic urge to eat. For stress eating, that cue is almost always an uncomfortable feeling. But just saying you're stressed is too vague. We need to get specific. For the next few days, try keeping a simple food and mood journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. The moment you feel that pull towards the pantry when you know you're not actually hungry, just pause. Ask yourself one simple question. What am I really feeling right now? Is it anxiety about that presentation tomorrow? Is it loneliness after a quiet day? Is it just plain boredom on a Tuesday night? Or are you fuming after a frustrating conversation? Write it down. You'll probably start to see patterns. Maybe you always get snacky around 3 p.m. when your energy crashes and your inbox is overflowing. Or maybe it's late at night when the house is quiet and you feel a little empty. Pinpointing that specific feeling is the critical first step. You can't solve a problem you don't understand. Once you know your cue, boredom, anxiety, frustration, you can take back control and consciously choose a new response. Step 2. The routine. Create a stopper habit. The routine is what you do when the cue hits. Right now, the routine is eating. Our goal is to swap that for something that actually helps with the emotion you just identified. Let's call these new routines stopper habits. The trick is to have a list of options ready to go, so you don't have to think in the heat of the moment. Your stopper habit should be easy, accessible, and something that genuinely makes you feel better. Here are a few ideas to get you started. If your trigger is stress or anxiety, your mission is to calm your nervous system. Instead of eating, try a 5-minute breathing exercise. A slow inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and a long exhale for 6 can work wonders. Or, just step outside for a brisk walk around the block. Moving your body is one of the fastest ways to burn off cortisol and get a hit of mood-boosting endorphins. If your trigger is boredom or loneliness, you need connection or engagement. Instead of snacking, put on an interesting podcast or a song that always pumps you up. Send a text to a friend you haven't talked to in a while. The idea is to fill that void with real stimulation, not just calories. If your trigger is fatigue, your body is begging for rest, not sugar. Instead of reaching for a cookie, try 10 minutes of gentle stretching. If you can swing it, a 15-minute power nap is incredible. If not, even just drinking a big glass of ice-cold water can help wake you up and satisfy that need to put something in your mouth. If your trigger is anger or frustration, you need to get that energy out. Journaling is fantastic for this. Just dump all your frustrated thoughts onto the page, no filter. Or, my personal favorite, put on some loud music and have a solo dance party for one song. You just need to move that intense energy out of your body constructively. The key is to pick your stopper habits before you need them. Write them on a sticky note and put it on your fridge or pantry door. When the craving hits, you don't have to think, you just look at your list and pick one. Okay, I want to hear from you. What are some of your go-to stopper habit ideas? Drop one in the comments below. Let's build a whole library of ideas for each other. Your suggestion might be the exact thing someone else needs to read today. And now for the final step, the one that actually cements the new habit. And honestly, the one most people skip. The reward is what proves to your brain that this new routine was a fantastic choice and is worth doing again. And just to be clear, the reward is not food. The reward is the genuine feeling of accomplishment you get from handling your emotions in a new way. After you do your stopper habit, you took that walk, you did your breathing exercise, you called your friend, you have to consciously give yourself credit. Take a second. Notice how you feel. Actually say to yourself, I was feeling anxious, but instead of grabbing a snack, I went for a walk and now I feel calmer. I'm in control. This small act of self-acknowledgement forges a new, positive feedback loop in your brain. You're teaching it that there's a better, more effective way to get relief, one that doesn't come with a side of guilt. Every time you choose a stopper habit and celebrate that win, you're weakening the old stress-eating pathway and strengthening the new one. It's like carving a new path in a forest. The first few times, it's a bit of a struggle. But the more you walk it, the clearer and easier it gets, until one day it's your new automatic response. And hey, please, be kind to yourself. You're not going to be perfect. There will be days you slip back into the old habit. It's okay. A slip-up isn't a failure, it's data. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Just get back on your new path the next chance you get. So that's the playbook. 1. The cue. Get specific and identify the true feeling behind the craving. 2. The routine. Swap eating with a pre-planned stopper habit that actually helps. And 3. The reward. Celebrate that win and consciously acknowledge how much better you feel, locking in that new habit. Breaking the stress-eating cycle isn't a battle of willpower. It's about having a better strategy. It's about understanding your mind and working with it, not against it. You absolutely have the power to rewire this habit. It takes practice and patience, but with this framework, you can go from feeling guilty and out of control to feeling empowered and finally at peace with food. You can build a life where food is just food, there for nourishment and enjoyment, not to manage your feelings. If this clicked for you and you're ready to take back control from your cravings, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I put out new videos every week on building healthy habits that actually stick. As your next step, I highly recommend you watch my video on mindful eating. It's the perfect partner to what we talked about today. Thanks for watching, and remember to be kind to yourself on this journey.